Thank you for that introduction, Kim. I want you to picture something. You, as an American, spend 1/3 of your day at work. What does that environment look like? Is it warm and inviting? Is it cold and isolated? Do you enjoy going there? Or do you wake up and dread the thought of having to spend 8 hours in the same desk around the same people, not knowing if you're going to make it through the day? For me, I like the warm environment. I like a nice and inviting place where I can go and feel at home. I think a lot of us make the mistake of thinking that work is just another place. Work has a personality. It should be like home. We spend enough time there. So today I want to talk about how our physical environment is just as important in the workplace as our productivity and how it can lead to a better overall well-being. There are 5 ways that our physical environment can affect us: through physical design, through isolation, through office layout, through work and downtime, and light and air. Physical design is important. Think about where you work. Are there cubicles with walls so high that you can't see over them? Are there offices with doors shut and window panes closed so that you can't see inside? How does that feel? Probably not great. A lot of offices now have a more open, warm, and inviting feel. The warmer the environment, the more productive your employees are going to be. Isolation. Isolation is important to recognize because the more isolated your employees are, the more afraid they're going to be of coming to work. Think about it. Have you ever gone to a closed door and been nervous about knocking? You don't want to interrupt anybody inside. You don't want to barge in on a meeting. What if you catch your boss at the wrong time? You don't want to get yelled at. Isolation can be demoralizing. Having an open door policy, having cubicles that don't have such high walls, having an area that allows you to be able to gather and talk with your fellow coworkers is important. That leads us to office layout. You might have machinery like a printer or a copier. You might have a break room. But are people able to actually communicate and talk with each other? The more that your office layout can convey open socialization, the better. The more we're able to socialize, the more we're able to get things done. We think less about what someone might be thinking about us. We think less about wasting time, and we're able to just get things done. That leads to a better work versus downtime ratio. If I'm not looking for ways to get out of work, if I enjoy doing what I'm doing because I don't feel isolated, because I can socialize, and because I do enjoy the physical design and environment that is in my workplace, I'm going to work a lot more. I won't feel the need to look for more downtime. That's important to any organization and something I think we all strive for. Another thing that I think we don't remember very often is natural light and natural air. I think we all enjoy being outdoors. The fresh breeze blowing through our hair, the sun on our face, it feels a lot better than an artificial AC blowing down our back or artificial lighting that dims and flickers. Being able to incorporate as much natural light and as much natural air is a good thing. A little breeze never hurt anybody. So, just like how a negative workplace environment can lead to poor physical health, a positive work environment can lead to good physical health. It even leads to increases in productivity and morale across the board. That's something that we all want. The more healthy that our employees can be, the more productive. So what are some things that we can do? We can look at ergonomic factors. Think about it. We're in a modern age. We should be coming up with modern workplaces and modern solutions. There's standing desks. There's new and many types of keyboards and mouse designs. You've got tons of different types of chairs, some that are even just balls on the floor. These can lead to much more enjoyable physical environments that we all want to be a part of. The next thing is we can look at allowing socialization. Let's go back to the break room. Do you only allow one, maybe two people in the break room at a time? How does that feel? If you allow more socialization, whether that's in the halls, at desks, at the printer or copier, or most importantly at the break room, the better the environment will be and the happier and more productive your employees will be. This leads to applauding work-life balance. We need to remember that we are still people. We're not just employees. Applauding work-life balance, talking to people about what they're doing in their downtime, and encouraging people to take breaks, encouraging people to get away from their desks, stretch their legs, maybe go on a walk around the building or on the floor is important. Applauding that and not punishing that is key to overall well-being. So, like we've been talking about, there are 3 major things to improving well-being overall in the office. Kim covered the mental aspect. I just went over how physical environment can lead to a positive overall physical well-being. And now Katie is going to talk about the emotional well-being. All 3 of these will lead to a great overall environment in your workplace and lead to more positive overall well-being.